Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome back to the episode of our legendary Sun Quan Chibi Mata Let's Play. We continue for episode 21 from turn 68 in the spring season of 221. Cao Cao is defeated. He has abdicated his kingdom to us. The north has been won. Peace in the land, aside from the west, and a small rebellion in the interior of our territory, which we can put down quite easily. We were forced to set up this fight because we wanted to get a save point. It's not a good fight if he comes down and help. He can't. Yeah, we're fine. Then we're fine. No worries. We're still set up here because it's summer next season. We could get looters. All right, we vassalize Molu. He might rebel in the future. We need to start deploying armies on the borders with Liujiang's faction. So to do that, well, first they need to move. We're gonna fight them. I think just an instant recruitment for this entire army. Yeah, they're not really a threat. Our most difficult thing is how we move armies from the north to the west. We're gonna do some quick builds, rush some buildings to get ourselves a lot of seasonal deployment, and then go from there. So he also doesn't have fire arrows. Just wanted to check to see what type of range units we prefer. This is more than enough to conquer his land, especially since the main army is sitting in their capital, so they can't really surprise us anywhere else. Yeah, we didn't get very far with this army. We're gonna hop into the water. We're gonna land over here. Oh, we can't because of the terrain. Right, so naval path is not good. I can get into the Kui Pass and then take the mountain road over here to Ba. The entry will be here. Or we dump army here and then we sail down and land in Ba. That's probably the easiest way. We currently don't have any deployments available, which is a slight problem. I think what technique would be like this. We can't rush buildings that have zero cost. I mean, we can't deploy any more this turn. We'll get rid of it. We're going to go with the conscription building chain. We can do that in many places. And we immediately want to go to, I guess we can only go to tier 2, which gets us 1 pair each. I don't have the reform for this, nor do I think I'll get access to it because we ended up being the army position. And this game is probably over before next spring. Well. How many? We're gonna need a lot of that building. Just want to check if any of them will provide that, because I'm not familiar with these buildings. No. Okay. Well, we have a lot of new land that are way over leveled. All right. We're not going to waste time on creating more vassals, balancing our points, just because it's pretty much over at this point. I don't want anything. Okay, give me a slot. Pump that up. Can't rush the destruction of that building, so I guess we just don't build one here. We could technically keep that. There's no reason to act. I mean, yeah, I don't need it. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Quick swap. Quick rush to tier 5. Get rid of that. Perfect. Alrighty. Yeah, gate passes are insane with this mod. I actually don't know which mod made the change, but it's pretty sick. I think it is the actual mod, the Chibi mod, that made the change. I could be wrong though. We could have updated it. It's fine. I wonder if anyone's willing to switch sides. Yes, so I can promise him and then annex him straight, and then we pick him up, which I think we will do actually, even though it will take a bit of time. Xiaohuyan's nice to grab. Wow, I was just curious to see how undemanding he was, and color us surprised because it's like 1,000.
若不接受，那可真是蠢到家了。到此为止了。你我之间必有好事。
He really hated us.
又是你这厮。
We have Lady Xiahou with us.
这提的不错。
We have Cao Cao.
我还以为你死了。 若不接受，那可真是蠢到家了。
There's always a version of the Han. It's weird. Someone spawning him.
你我之
One
间
of the
必有
mods.
好事发生。欢迎，朋友。
It did allow us to grab all the items left over from the original inventory, which I'm very thankful for.
你我之间必有好事发生。欢迎。
I wonder if we can pacify Ma Chao using this technique. We don't want them as potential enemies because we want to. If we can annex Ma Chao, we can actually dump armies from the north. This is a much easier entrance into the Shu region than the naval one that we are looking at down there. So, if we could get the land, it will speed us up.
如此才算长久之计。
A couple more just to make the shift easier.
这提的不错，真是倍感荣幸。 这提的不
Okay,
错，
that's a good value.
朋友，别来无恙。 你我之间必有好事发生，很荣幸再相见。若不接受，那可真是蠢到家了，真是倍感荣幸。若不接受，那可真是蠢到家了。
I think 2 more.
真是
Probably will
倍
do
感荣
it.
幸。如此才算长久之计。欢迎，朋友。
There we go.
若不接
Got
受，
the best
那
friend
真是
face.
蠢到家了。
Turquoise.
朋友，别来无恙。
What about our army setup? Right, we're full. We want to incorporate as many characters as you can get from him. So, armies like this. Garbage. I think he has maybe like 3 armies max. Okay. Interesting forces. Let's go with the ones that nobody really cares about. I see a couple tiger cubs. Some Senbei archers, Senbei units. Ooh. Too bad it's on a sentinel. Tiger cubs aren't good. Guess we'll get rid of that. Wow. This must be one of the newer armies they recruited, which is why they got so many of the good stuff. I mean, they got the good stuff that's not very highly ranked and definitely on the wrong classes of characters. Three armies? I think it's enough. I honestly only see 1 on the map, but just in case. Come on, 2 pieces of land. Doesn't take that long. There we go. So we should pick up... Oh, we actually picked up 3. Oh, that's not a good sign. We might have missed them. At least we got this one. That's the one I was thinking about. Wait, they have Zhang Song? Liu Bei would like to meet him. This art is really bad though. It just looks too sharp. He's the one who sold E province to Liu Bei, or he tried. He invited Liu Bei. He was the one, you know, pushing for Liu Bei to enter. It's just the style. The clothing looks too one tone. Like it's the color. There's no texture on the fabric. It looks like a paintbrush. But yeah, we're not gonna, you know, judge free art people have made for the game. How do you feel about this? Doable. Okay, so we're gonna pick up Ma Chao as well. But he probably has a lot of armies, I'm guessing. Yeah, I see at least 3. With more behind for sure, 4. I need to vacate a lot more. He's not ours, is he? No, he's not ours. There's a lot of Han faction forces. We're going to recall the armies in the north as well. Oh, this army recall is going to be a disaster to heal back up. Okay, so for armies like this, we actually would like to delete just everyone. There's no loss of rank for Imperial units. They always come out of rank 10. We can resummon this army, you know, in
大
the
人到此，蓬荜生辉，
in the west
沐浴
later.
春风，时获希望。
燕人张翼德在此。
Oh, he got 2 levels. Wow. This can be a direct recall. This can't. And this can't as well.
大人，有何吩咐？
Yeah, I mean, he's as close to a direct recall as possible. We can't really get rid of the units that he has. We don't have means to recruit another cataphract. Who else is out here in the north? Because they need to be recalled. Oh, Cao Cao's all the way in the north? He's the one who actually personally went and wiped out Gongsun Kang? Then Ba, you're the problem. The Qingzhou units are fun. I think we'll keep those. This is actually a decent template for him, actually. Depending on army, like if we're running Juggernauts with that, this is fine. But we probably would recruit them fresh, and we probably use Tiger Guards because he's actually rank 6. Not bad. Decked out. We'll let you keep your Tiger Guards. Oh, we have the seal. Give it back to the Emperor. Is that Fury? Oh, that's a great item. We've been looking for that the whole game. I can't even tell if we're past the deployed people or not because he will be here. That's Liu Hong's clothing. That's fine. I mean, we just won it back ceremoniously. That's all that mattered. We're gonna let whoever wants to use that borrow it from him. Awesome. Okay, they've been recalled. Okay, we got another army here. That can be a direct recall. It's probably a cancel and a recall. The girl groups are breaking up. Mao Jie. Mao Jie is a great administrator. Comes with 25% corruption reduction. This will be Cai Yan's. I haven't seen Cai Yan actually. Can we not remove this? It's stuck on him. There's no remove button. That is weird. Deng Ai. Wind Chaser. All-consuming tenacity. Topography map of Shu. That makes a lot of sense. He's the one who climbed the mountains and sneak attacked Shu. Terrible terrain. They like wrap themselves in carpet, a blanket, basically rugs, and then just like roll down the mountain. Hopefully, don't hit a rock, don't kill yourself. Not only that, once they got into Shu, they had to take city. If you don't take a city to get a place to basically have a foothold, you're still doomed. Definitely one of the more impressive campaign feats, historically speaking. Taking Shu historically is just difficult.
大人有何吩咐？大人，悉听尊便。
Alright, so they got absorbed. We got Wei Du, Zhang Xiu. Jia Xu with Zhang Xiu makes sense. He was his advisor. Strategies of Xun You. Xun You wrote, I think, like 9 strategies. I don't think we have Xun You. Flower on silk. I think, what's his face? Cao Pi took your item. Give it back to the lady. Silk and Spice minus corruption plus some satisfaction. Not bad. We'll let her keep the tiger cubs. Like satisfaction. We have handmade guards, but they're not exactly great either. Why can't the Vanguard actually get some tiger and leopard? Then we'll actually keep it.
谁在叫我？
Surprisingly, the 3 of them hate each other.
愿闻大人之志。
Did we remove all the northern armies? I think we did.
不辞万难。
That opened up 10 slots. I think that's more than enough to absorb.
那就快点儿。
Ma Chao's group 70. 70 is enough. It'll be about 60 something. We'll still have close to 10 points to make it work. I don't care if it's lower. We're promising him 5k chunks. We're making 200k by the way a turn, so
我还以为你死了。
this is nothing.
若不接受，那可真是蠢到家了。
Oh, he really hates
快
us.
点吧。
Oh my god. It's outrageous. Negative 5,000. 500. Like 460. We're paying him
你
5,000.
死了，
What did we ever do to you?
才算长。
Treatises with our enemy?
到此为止了。
You mean the vassals that, is in a combined war with you? How could you
你我
be
之
their
间必有
liege?
好事发生。
Because we left the war because we confederated his former liege, but our vassals have not left the war with him. They're not dragged out automatically, therefore they're still...
才算长久。
And then he's like, even though we're not at war, but you support all these factions that I'm at war with, I'm gonna hate you.
你我之间必有好事发生，那就快点儿吧。
But somehow you promised this much payment. We never seen so much money in our life.
又是你这厮！你我之间必有好事发生。欢迎，朋友。
As we do this, and speaking of whether modders or future game design for the next game,
若不接受，
this type of diplomacy exploit, it's avoidable in 2 different ways. One way is sort of how Warhammer does it, where giving 1 coin
之间必有好
or
事
your
发生。
lump sum payment does not refresh diplomacy. Only end turn
别来无恙。
refreshes diplomacy, so you actually have to pay them at least once. Or multiple turns until it trends back towards whatever your final value is. That is one way to do it. Or another way, alternatively, similar fashion, is when you promise a per turn payment, you have to make the first turn immediately, which
朋友，
would be like a immediate first payment. So instead of starting next turn, you pay them this turn. So if you start running out of cash to promise it, where you can't even pay the first payment, you can't make any
真是
promises.
倍感荣幸。
Those are kind of in a similar vein of how to fix it, but my suggestions is just like get rid of the trending system or change the trending system.
生。
I feel like relationship, the way they have it construed is like not logical. Like when I make a deal with faction between A and B, the moment you sign the deal is the happiest you will be between the two faction. Anything afterwards, you know, the feelings wearing off. Like if I get a bribe from you, I'm not slowly coming to the realizations like, oh, you're so nice to me. It's more like, you're so nice to me, but like 3 turns later, I'm like, are you still very nice to me? Which is how the game does with the trending system, going like, it will shift down over time. But like, the fact that you don't immediately get the benefit of a gift feels kind of wrong. It doesn't solve the problem of regular payment, but I'm just saying, logically, it's kind of weird.
欢迎朋友。
Ah, best friends already.
很荣幸再相见。
Boom. And that's how the north was, how the west was won. And the gateway to Shu opened up. This will take a while. He owns quite a bit. I actually don't know. Looters own that? My guess? Or Hanxin owns that? No, Looters.
但愿这样能够带来安定。
Okay. Diplomatically speaking, we got another version of the Han Empire. I don't think Hanxin will actually ever say yes to us. We have only one open trade agreement. Then we'll do it with Zhang Lu.
欢迎朋友。算是谈妥了。
We best buds. Alright. I see you have one piece of land. What do you want to do about it? Oh, he was number 1 because he hated us the most.
到此为止了。
How bad is it? Yeah, that's doable. We can fix that. Because we can drop it by 150. Let me just see my army count. Okay, so he only had 4 armies. We collected the 5 Tiger Generals. Ma Chao is ours. So, that's taken care of. Oh, Ma Chao is in the army. It's easier to find him this way. Is that Peng De next to him? Yep. Gun? Okay. Ah, good, good, good. 快乐王毅.
大人，听您吩咐。
I'm surprised no mod gave her artwork. No Dynasty Warrior fans?
势如狂澜。
Anyhow. Yeah, so we'll pick him up as well. Might as well get a clean slate here. Doesn't take much effort. I bet like 500 is huge money for him. 1,000, it's 800. Wow.
若不接受，那可真是蠢到家了。又是你这厮！
I wonder if I can actually pay him off to abdicate to us
我还以为你死了。
instead of actually beating him down. We have never tried that actually.
如此才算长久之计。我还以为你死了。这提的不错。
Yeah, he's in a similar problem. He was dragged into a war with our vassals. We are pieced out, but our vassals remain. Now he feels like we're supporting his enemies.
这提的
And
不
for
错。
each one of that, he hates us. So we have a lot of vassals. He hates us by a lot.
你我之间必有好事发生，真是倍感荣幸。若不接受，
We can definitely test it out, because like we can give him all the promised payments,
朋友，
shift the values. If he says no, we declare war. Certainly will cause some
若
untrustworthiness,
不接
but
受，那可真是蠢
the
到
war
家
should
了。
end really fast, and thus we win the game, and it would not really affect us. I don't think we'll get massive amounts of vassal rebellions, especially since we've been paying off most of our vassals pretty
别
nicely.
来无恙。
Sure, we still have that southern vassal who is family and thus
真是倍感不
misbehaving,
幸
which seems to be always the case. It's always the family that acts
你我
up.
之间必有好事发生。欢迎，朋友。你我之间必有好事发生。很荣幸再相见。你我之间必有好事发生。朋友，别来无恙。
I'm gonna look at the Confederation value, see if there's any opinions weighted on it, or it's just the value
很
for
荣幸再
Confederation.
相见。
Because if it's just military balance, then
这提的不错，
we would just have to beat him down.
欢迎，朋友。如此才算长久之计。朋友，别来无恙。
You only own a county.
不能辜负百姓啊！
Alright, so what is the
无
abdication
话可谈。
value based on? There is an opinion factor, but I think the opinion factor is always 100. We just have to beat him with a military swing that's worth 30. Respectability is part of this. Yeah, we're not gonna... We can still try it, you know, near the end. But it's not gonna be a thing, really. Alrighty. And that's how we painted the map. Alright, we got the battles there soon. We got armies there already. We got an army headed over here. Approaching them is still the most difficult part. We're probably going to have to dump armies here and then... Like, I still can't trade for this, can
别
I?
来无恙啊！
Oh, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, then we don't that's like the gateway. There's no other really good entries. Can he
趁雨而起，
sell me a piece of land?
无话可谈。
Can you imagine? Sell me land? And I use it to dump armies after armies into your land? I'll take the cheapest one. Oh, is it the weaponsmith? Because it doesn't produce any monetary... Yeah, because it doesn't produce any monetary value. We got items for days that we're probably never going to be able to use. So 4 is the most you can include in a deal. We'll do 1 food. Gonna have to throw this in because it's a 0.1. It's gonna be a big number. Or not really. Thought it was gonna be bigger. 24k.
未尝不可。
That's not technically a way into his land,
想
but that's a
打
good
动
first step.
你是白费力气。
Bot, no, I don't want to be coming in from bot. Jiangyang over here. So taking like the copper here, that's not close enough. Yunnan be this one. Then of all these, probably the lumberyard. 31. Take some silver armor. We know it's 24k. You know, actually, another, I think, small trick we can do here is we can swap lands with him. Because what will happen is I'll give him land that's closer to me that I can take immediately when the war starts. And thus shift the value towards us instantly. Instead of having to push into his land to take land that's quote-unquote his. Right, for example, like this Yunnan setup, what we can do is, let's see, let's say I want that, because that's really deep into a forest. It's hard to move into that. So like I'll take this, but I'll give him Yunnan's mine, for example. And I'll pay the difference. And then we'll just take the mine when the battle starts. And it's still the same of him losing some land, shifting the balance.
百姓满意便好。
Right? That way we don't even have to like resummon units to put them into position. We're already in position for some of these fights. And I can summon units on top of their armies and then fight off those armies in the beginning. Now, of course, I would still like to buy more and more land, get closer and closer to his capital even. Like, I don't even have to conquer him. I can just take the capital. I don't have to get abdication. I can buy land all the way till I touch his capital. Like, now I kind of want to buy this. This is going to be super expensive. But like I said, we can trade land. We can give him something of ours that's easy for us to take. Like, for example, the city of Fuling here, it's actually pretty easy to take. Give him the copper mine here? Yeah, why not? And then some bronze items. This is like all nothing. We make 223k. Sure, take them extra money.
理应如此。
Right, so even though he got that, we can much more easily take that. And now we're here. Literally on the doorstep of his capital. And I can even take the trade for his
白费力气。
armor smith there, which I think we can just buy because armor smith aren't worth much. I mean, I don't know why we're keeping the weapons. Also, money's also not a thing. Oh, he's getting his appetite whet. It's like, I'm rich now. I'm gonna need more money to feel it. Oh my god. I can have a strike force for his capital and that's gonna be done. I can do this next turn. I have to beat Fa Zheng. That's the only obstacle. Alright, so we've built all those deployment buildings, correct? Which means we can have 12 deployment. The thing is, most of our generals are actually on cooldown because we deploy them back this turn. But yeah, he's doomed. Absolutely doomed. So next turn we can pump 6 armies here. Just in this little piece of land. Xu Huang is in our recruitment pool. Just gotta check his former faction. As long as it's not Liu Zhang, it's fine. Xu Huang gets to come out this turn then. Who do you get along with? So that's Han Sui's old faction, one of the kids, which means super safe because the faction's no longer there. Who is he going to be spying for? And we find a suitable high-level strategist who... It's not going to be a problem. You know, honestly, we could end it this turn if we want, but we're not going to do it. Because with 12 recruitment slots, we can get 3 armies, use 3 movement tricks to give those 3 armies movement, and then just mercenary recruit and just end it this turn. Because Liu Zhang just sold the house to us. No one has reach, right? Yeah, figured. I don't think we need reach though. That distance is really short. Yeah, so this is not even going to be an abdication. It's just going to be our elite Imperial level army showing up at his doorstep and calling it. And that's just the first one.
我绝不动摇。
Let me upgrade that fully. Do I care about this? Increase campaign movement range? Oh yeah, let's do that. Who needs reach when we have that? We don't have that many. I mean, we can bring mom and the kids.
居安思危
Right, mom and the
未
kids.
雨绸缪。
Where's Cao Zhi? Cao Chong is not her son, if I remember correctly. Do we not have Cao Zhi? Did he die? He's part of the family. He should have came over as part of the Confederation. Cao Pi, what did you do? I think he's dead. I don't see him. And the only explanation is he either got married away to a different faction, or he's dead. Or I missed him and I recalled him, but I don't see him on the recall list either. Oh yeah, he's not here. We'll take the kid genius. If they don't get along, it's fine. It's still family. Oh, wrong one. What do we want? I guess we'll just get these or these. We'll only use Imperial units, I guess, or like Imperial level units like Protector Heaven and such. Just to flex. Trebuchets are fine. And we technically could recruit 2 more of these. Oh yeah, we flushed out a lot of buildings. We just don't have all the good generals are on cooldown. Liu Bei's wives. We're finding themes.
秩序井然，则四海可定。
Is there a Lady Wu? I don't think the game made Lady Wu. That's Liu Bei's actual empress down the line. She's a widow. Married Liu Xun, not Liu Xun, Liu Mao. So Liu Zhang's brother. Widowed. Liu Mao died quite young. I guess we can throw Liu Bei in here next turn. I think he's on the field right now still. Let me find Liu Bei. Is he not in? Yeah, he's in the army. Your wife needs you. We're not gonna recall everyone because I mean, we already have more than enough to take this city. Like, really more than enough. Who else deserves to be on the field? I don't think anyone else. Yeah, everyone else who deserves the position's ready on the field or busy somewhere else. That's cool. Yeah. We could buy all the land surrounding his capital if we really want to flex, but, you know, it's not really worth our time at this point. I think we just end turn and it's going to be over. Like, we wouldn't buy that easily. Everyone's like, let's go west. The war's already over. Sure, join the war with us. Give him something to do. He didn't even try to break the siege that we had. Looters taking our land. Okay. No big deal. He didn't actually take it. You just loot it? It's very unimaginative. Oh, this last turn resolution here. It's not like she's taking a lot of time. I think it's just setting up them. It's just getting the save of this current situation because we have so many armies on the field. We'll get there. Maybe? Oh, there we go. Whew. I got myself a weapon. Red Dragon Spear. Pretty cool. But it's over. So Liu Bei gets to pop out. Liu Bei taking out Liu Zhang. Seems fitting. They will get units. We didn't fix it last turn. Doesn't matter. We'll fix it this turn. Oh, there is one unit I do. I mean, we're not going to see the actual fight because I don't think we're actually going to be sieging it. Like, the siege would just be us destroying the towers, walking all our range units up, absolutely massacring Chengdu, and then taking the city. We could do it. So for her, we're going to borrow an item from Cao Cao. Get some fun units for us. Oh, those crossbows. Technically, we can get a full army of these, just recalling the one who has them. When they go on cooldown, they are not registered. Pass the item to the next person, get a full army of them. Pretty easily do it 3 times on 3 different people. Alright, who's actually going to have the movement to set up the siege? Guess we do. Negative 103. Alright, guess one army is not enough. Let me add a second. We can summon up to 6 more armies here. With movement trick, only 4. To make sure we can reach the battle. But I somehow think 3 is enough. Yep. Boom. Ah, no Fa Zheng. I still have not gotten Fa Zheng at all since he was added into the game. Haven't been able to use him to mock and kill people.
所谓命运，皆由兵刃和鲜血所写。诸侯包藏乱心，天下不堪再受其乱。 没有付出就没有回
Oh,
报。
I guess we use Sun Jian's
而孙坚
screen.
付出了一切，
Because there's no Sun Ce screen in the game, obviously, because he's never
最
made
后
into
的
a
对
faction.
手倒下了。这一切都是值得的。他已经牢牢地把握住了天命。所谓天下大事，分久必合。天子知承天命，顺天而治。圣朝厚德，国祚永延。
Alrighty, let's look at some stats. Longest service. Surprisingly, the girl that we got through marriage. That calculation is a little weird. Because there's no way we got her on turn 1. We didn't do the marriage until a bit later. We didn't fight many duels. We didn't fight many actual manual battles. There was not that. We fought a couple against Cao Cao. Like, he was the only one that offered some reasonable challenge. And then it was just like Blitzkrieg the rest of the way. Pan Zhang was used a lot because his good capture rate. We broke a lot of deals at the end there. Let's, yeah, I think that's going to do it for us. Pretty snappy win there. The whole series taking us 21 episodes, I think, 3 weeks, not bad. I think the mods, it's fun, offers a new challenge. Sun Quan's probably one of the easier factions just because you start out so large, and also having a secured and developed south, having access to a very broken tax building. The mechanics help you a lot. I think in terms of balance, a few of the things should be reintroduced. It might be all changed by now because I'm pre-recording ahead quite a lot, and I'm going to give feedbacks to Ironic afterwards. And he's very snappy with the updates, so it should be good. I think there needs to be some of the debuffs that were on the Gentry clan need to be introduced. Some of the morale debuff, not 10 points, but maybe 5 points, one for each tier. The tier calculation's still a bit weird. I think it's like sort of 6-tiered instead of 5-tier like the intention, because the 0 tier is not shown graphically but still being counted. So there's technically 6 tiers of effects, but it goes to 100 points. So either fix the total points or fix the tier structure. So it's only 5 tiers. Aside from that, I think the authority balance in the end did prove a bit challenging once you expand, because you gotta balance how many buildings you have versus how many characters you have, which I guess could be solved by just recruiting a ton of characters, since you actually have the money to do so. But the economy is so bloated with the buildings that are given to you that the game just becomes way too easy, right? You're snowballing with so many armies where like it disincentivizes you to actually fight them because your armies are not precious. You also have the mercenary system on top, so even if you take a bad delegate, I can instantly full heal army. I guess that's the strength of mercenary units. That's always been the case when you play Sun Quan or Sun Ce, but you can do this especially recklessly when you have infinite money. Well, not infinite, but when you have so much money, you know, I can full heal army for just a couple thousand. I would just delegate, you know, why wouldn't I? So that's pretty much the situation that we ended up getting ourselves into. We did use Confederation quite a bit in terms of the tricks, but I don't think it affected the difficulty of the campaign because we only did that against minor factions. You can't do that against the kingdom. We pulled off our attack on Cao Cao with a very, you know, organized, planned, multi-front assault that absolutely decimated him really fast, because when you do it in a short span of time, the military balance change shifts drastically. And we basically erased about 54 points of his military balance in one turn with that first go. And then all we needed is take down like a level 9 settlement plus one more army, and he instantly just gave up on it. Which makes sense. I don't think that was anything wrong. You know, if you're a lord and you're getting reports like, you know, we lost 10 cities in one day, and then the next day, our biggest city, defended by a full garrison, gets absolutely wiped, you wave the white flag right there. I think that makes perfect sense. Liu Zhang getting sold out by the diplomacy system in terms of value. Cash to us, meaningless, but he accepted them. We have so many items from all the characters we confederated. We bought a piece of land right next to their capital within striking distance. We altered our build to go away from sort of the optimum, you know, economic build, which, you know, you don't need to build everything according to your ideal optimum output, sometimes there's needs. Our need was we need seasonal deployments, so we switched it up, built a bunch of seasonal deployment, dumped our army onto the field in front of his face, and just took it. So that was that. Awesome experience with the mod. We will be continuing to play a bit more Total War 3 Kingdoms, especially before Immortal Empires, I guess, beta comes out. Obviously, as a content creator, I'll be able to showcase it before the official beta launch date, so there will be an opportunity to play it soon on the channel. As for now, we'll be playing Three Kingdoms for a good period, and as we get closer to that 25k subscriber mark, there will also be the tournaments for Three Kingdoms that will be hosted on channel, where you get a chance to play in a multiplayer tournament, which should be really fun. We had that at 20k subscribers. It's really fun to host it, and we'll try to match that this time as well. As for what we're playing next, there should be already a poll on the channel regarding the next campaign. I have a few ideas. It's not going to be as modded. As good as this mod is, I like to switch things up. I'm just not going to just tunnel vision down the mod. I still really love the base game. I'm as a person, maybe I'm a little old school, but I prefer to play vanilla whenever possible. There's a lot of factions that we have never played on the channel, so I want to play something we never played. I want to play something new. So there will be a vote up. Go check it out in the community tab. Maybe the results are already decided by the time this episode happens, but we'll be playing that tomorrow. Same time. So see you guys then. Bye.